So today we're gonna go to react to Zack videos. If you don't know who Zack Films is, then you must be living under a rock. Zack Films makes love animations and lifestyles, and a pretty good animator and very good. And like and subscribe because I'm going on holiday soon, and the Lonely House 2 is going to be uploaded soon. Still got a few more days to go until the Lonely House 2 will be uploaded. So let's watch some drama video. Let's watch some Saturday Films videos. No. Dun, 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 dun. Let's watch Saturday Films. Saturday Films, up and down. Here we go. Subscribe to them. Subscribe to Saturday Films and me.
Her arm slipped into the gap.
Oh my god. Okay, never mind. We're watching popular ones.
When you get stitches, a doctor threats.
Okay. Hold on.
When you get stitches, a doctor threads a needle through your wound and pulls it tight to close the skin. As the stitches hold the edges together, the wound becomes inflamed as new cells begin to repair.
Oh my god, that looks terrible.
The tissue. Afterwards, connective tissues and collagens start to create skin. Then, blood vessels form to nourish these developing.
I hate blood, by the way. So
tissues,
disgusting.
Filling in the area. And over a few weeks, the wound will have healed together.
Oh, there we go.
What's more? If you saw when a doctor
have
you ever wondered how this trick is done?
Yeah, how do they even do that trick?
One of those things where you know he can't actually be making the salt disappear, but it's still confusing to look at. Well, it turns out that the simplest explanation is the right one.
What do you mean is the right one? What do you mean about that?
Look closely at his hand during this shot. Do you notice how he sort of grabs his thumb here?
Yeah,
this is because
it's weird.
He's using a prop called a Dofi finger.
Wait! I've got a Dofi finger. I've got it from holiday last year. I saw it. Stephen Mullen gave me it at Woodlands.
He holds it in his fist like a cup, fills it up with the salt, gets it onto his other thumb, and then grabs it off his thumb back into the first position. Watch it again and see. If you lose one of your adult teeth,
okay, but yeah, what happens if you do it?
Bone where the tooth once was can start to deteriorate.
To
prevent further damage, a dentist will fill the cavity with a synthetic material that mimics.
What is that material? Looks like diamonds.
Bone. Once filled, a metal bracket is secured on top, and the incision.
So when I turn into adult, I'll somehow lose my tooth. You can just place some blue wrapper on my gums.
After the graft has healed, a large implant post is inserted into the new bone.
Oh my god, that's painful.
A small metal piece is screwed in, and a porcelain tooth is secured on top.
That's nice.
They opened the pallet of ammunition only to find it was full of Tootsie Rolls.
Tootsie Rolls? Why has it got lots of Tootsie Rolls and more?
That's weird. Tootsie Roll was a code name for mortar rounds, which the Marines desperately needed. But the radio operator who received the order didn't know that and sent the actual candy instead.
Funny joke.
At first, the Marines were angry, but the sub-freezing temperatures had frozen all their food, and the candies ended up sustaining them over the next few
smart idea.
days. They even used them to plug bullet holes by warming them up and letting them freeze in place. And eventually, the real mortar rounds did arrive.
Okay.
If you accidentally touched a
It's just gonna bleed.
table saw,
Isn't it?
you'd probably think your fingers would be
Okay, do not attempt, or your phone might actually be chopped off.
But this isn't always the case. You see, some modern high-end saws actually know the difference between wood and
wood and skin.
Once your finger comes in contact with these special saws, it immediately detects the electrical conductivity from your skin. This triggers an immediate mechanical response that stops the blade in
I didn't know that.
less than 5 milliseconds. When a honeybee stings a human...
Oh my god. My worst fear is getting stung by a bee. Because it hurts so much.
They get stuck for a while and can't leave. And this is because their stinger is barbed.
Oh. I never known it's bad.
Which means it can't retract once it's lodged into something. But once the bee finally pulls away, its insides get...
Wait, just get with that. But then the bee dies.
Ripped out because the stinger stays in the skin. This leaves the bee without some of its internal organs, resulting in its death. Have you ever wondered about this little dangly thing at the
It's called a uvula.
back of your throat? Well, even though it looks like a miniature punching bag.
Well, I mean, that is true. It does look like... What if an elf gets in your mouth and it just start punching bags?
It actually serves a handful of important...
You can eat it, and it's very important.
...functions. You see, when you swallow food, this thing called a uvula actually swings backwards to prevent the food from going up your nose.
Yep.
It's all...
I don't want food to go up my nose because that'll be kind of weird.
So constantly producing saliva to keep the throat moist, which aids in swallowing. And because there's a tiny muscle inside the uvula, it can move around, which helps.
Yeah, it can move around.
A red-hot iron is pushed into the tree, wounding it on purpose. Then, if you stuck a long sword out of a car, aiming for...
What? It's not going to just cut it. It's just going to... You're just going to hold it tight and it's not going to work.
It's not gonna work. Sword would obviously snap.
Yeah, obviously snap.
But what if the sword is unbreakable? You have an indestructible grip and your body is physically immovable. Well, the force would then transfer to the car. It would screech to a halt as the sword hits. But what if the
I never knew that.
car can't stop and is forced
to keep
what
happened.
Now the tree should split in half. But if the tree is indestructible too, with no way to break, bend, or stop, the energy has nowhere to escape. Would this unleash a massive shockwave as powerful as a nuclear explosion? Or worse, something reality itself isn't equipped...
What? If everything was indestructible and the car can move, is this going to make a nuclear... Okay, that is impressive.
If you're stuck in a water slide that's filling...
Oh no, I'm stuck in a water slide. What do I do?
...up with water, most people think they should try...
But you're just going to slip back. That's not going to work.
Climb back up. But the slippery surface makes this nearly impossible. Instead, focus on staying calm and try to create space for air by tilting your head back. If water keeps rising, use your hands to push yourself forward. If you can't move, brace yourself as the water fills the slide entirely. Once the pressure equalizes, you may be able to push forward and float to safety.
Okay, that's good life. That's a good thing to do.
Imagine waking up in a...
My worst fear ever is throwing up and getting buried while still alive. That is the worst thing ever.
And realizing that you were mistakenly buried alive. Now, this wouldn't happen with the medical guidelines we have today. But in the 19th century, old coffins were found with scratch marks.
Oh my god, why they got scratch marks? That's creepy.
Inside, making this a legitimate concern. So as a solution, they started adding strings inside the coffins that traveled up to the ground and were connected to a little
Okay, that never
bell.
happens.
And if you woke up underground in a coffin, you could just ring the bell, signaling that you're still alive.
Yep. Okay, let's check this.
If you're trapped in the trunk of
what? Okay. What do you do?
a vehicle,
I need to learn this.
You should immediately start searching for the glow-in-the-dark release hatch. If you don't see the latch, don't panic.
Okay.
Trunks
Don't panic. I'll obviously panic.
Not airtight, so there's no risk of running out of oxygen.
Oh, yeah,
Try feeling around the edges of the trunk for a handle. This may allow you to release the seat back. As a last resort, kick out one of the brake lights.
Okay.
This small opening will allow you to signal for help.
No, that's a smart idea.
When you use a derma roller, it pushes a bunch of tiny needles into your face, creating small punctures.
Oh, that's why. It's kind of cool as well.
Across the surface. Your brain perceives these small holes as wounds, which triggers your body's natural healing response. The body then sends out cells to make collagen.
Kind of
and
Kind of weird as well.
elastin, which helps your skin stay firm and stretchy. Over time, these cells strengthen the skin, giving a firmer and more youthful appearance. When you
Okay.
use
You cheating dice? Okay. I would
a
love to do
tiny
this.
nail is placed inside the drilled hole.
Okay. It's kind of weird. Why would you drill like a thing inside of it?
Then it's glued shut and
It
repainted.
has to be glued shut so it can stay in. And make sure nobody finds that. I'm pretty bad.
This makes one side of the die heavier, causing the
Oh.
opposite side to land face up more often.
Oh, that is so cheating. If I was in the game, I would never do that.
Allowing you to cheat. Another method is heating the die slightly, with
What?
the number you want pointing upwards.
Okay.
As it cools down,
I'll never do that. I'm not gonna put it inside the boiling
the
thing.
melted part settles unevenly, which changes its balance, making it more likely to land on your chosen number. And sometimes certain
I mean, that's kind of smart.
sides of the die are shaved down to make them flatter. The
Oh, I mean, that is a good idea, but I'll do this one.
It doesn't roll as easily, making it land on the bottom with the number you want facing up.
Okay, that's all it for today.
If you get
Hope you like it. See you later in the next video.